Padre Pio of Pietrelcina, aside from being a saint in modern times, he is also highly recognized as a mystic who has the gift of apparitions. Among those known apparitions experienced by Padre Pio were the revelations by the Lord to him about the end of the world. Just a reminder from the author that the following prophecies by Padre Pio are not yet confirmed by the Roman Catholic Church. The prophecies of Padre Pio are based on information that has been circulating on the internet, on different social media platforms. The author admits corrections, suggestions, or comments from anybody if it is ever found that the following prophecies have no basis for the purpose of sharing information, according to the circulated information in cyberspace. In 1959, Padre Pio sent a letter to his superior, informing him about his apparitions to Jesus Christ. The apparitions of Padre Pio were recorded by Renzo Bascara, an Italian researcher, in his book entitled I Grandi Profeti. These are the top 12 apparitions of Padre Pio.
The world is walking in ruins. Men have abandoned the right path to venture on roads that end in the desert of violence. If they do not drink from the source of humility, charity and love, it will be a catastrophe. Terrible things will come. I can no longer intercede for men. Divine piety is about to end. Man had been created to love life, and ended up destroying life. When the world was entrusted to man, it was a garden. Man has turned it into an atmosphere full of poisons. Nothing now serves to purify the house of man. A deep work is necessary, which can only come from heaven. Prepare to live 3 days in total darkness. These 3 days are very close. And in these days, they will remain as dead, without eating or drinking. Then the light will return. But many will be the men who will not see it, the light, anymore. Many people will escape scared. They will run without a goal. People will say that there is salvation to the east, and people will run to the east, but they will fall on a cliff. They will say that to the west there is salvation, and people will run to the west, but they will fall into a furnace. The earth will tremble, and the panic will be great. The earth is sick. The earthquake will be like a snake, they will feel it crawling everywhere. And many stones will fall. And many men will perish. You are like ants, because the time will come when men will take their eyes off of that which is godly for a crumb of bread. Businesses will be looted, warehouses will be taken in assault and destroyed. A poor person will be one who, in those dark days, will be without a candle, without a jug of water, and without what is necessary for 3 months. A A land will disappear, a great land. A country will be erased forever from geographical maps, and with it, history, wealth, and men will be dragged into the mud. The love of man for man has become an empty word. How can you expect Jesus to love you if you do not even love those who eat at your own table? Of the wrath of God, men of science will not be forgiven, but only men of heart. I am desperate. I do not know what to do for humanity to repent. If you continue on this path, the tremendous wrath of God will be unleashed like a tremendous thunderbolt. A meteorite will fall on the earth, and everything will shine. It will be a disaster, much worse than a war. Many things will be cancelled. And this will be one of the signs. Men will live a tragic experience. Many will be overwhelmed by the river, many will be burned by fire, many will be buried by poisons. But I will stay close to the pure of heart.
As already stated, the above apparitions of Padre Pio are still to be validated by the Roman Catholic Church. Until the Roman Catholic Church confirms that those prophecies are true, we are not yet sure if they will happen in the future. Jesus himself warned his disciples about the signs of the end of times. In the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verses 1 to 51, Jesus enumerates some signs before the end of the world. Among these signs are the coming of false prophets, or false Christs, who lead the people astray from God. Man-made calamities are rampant, particularly wars between nations. Different forms of lawlessness will occur. People will experience the worst famines. Shocking natural disasters will happen, such as the strong earthquakes that will cause massive deaths among the population. In verses 29 to 31, Jesus reveals that when the world ends, this will happen.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then will appear in heaven the sign of the Son of Man, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Padre Pio of Pietrelcina, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. They have common prophecies about the end of the world. But when will these prophecies come true? Are some prophecies already fulfilled? Or are there still more of these prophecies that are still to occur in the future? According to Padre Pio, the indicators of the end of times are near. But, if some of these prophecies have yet to be fulfilled, is there an exact year, exact day, exact hour, exact minute, or exact second for such fulfillment? Padre Pio himself did not specify the exact date for the fulfillment of his prophecies. Even Jesus Christ, the Son of God, recognizes that no one can foretell the exact date of the end of the world. In verse 36. According to Jesus,
"But about that day or hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father.